Well, what up, and welcome to the Masterclass Week 16, our Mindset Masterclass. That's right, our athletic ascension community, where we're all about taking athletes, high school athletes, to their next levels to help them achieve and ascend to their next level, whatever that may be. And today, I've got a better than great, I've got the number one. Even better than that, I've got the be all, end all formula that is going to help you accomplish any goal. If you take this simple step by step formula, you're going to be able to accomplish any goal you want to get to, whether it be this season, whether it be a year from now, whether it be any time throughout your life. If you can remember this simple formula, I promise you, it's going to get you to your next level. So first and foremost, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for sharing. I want to thank you for subscribing. We're here every Saturday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time with replays thereafter. So always be on the lookout for the next masterclass, because 90% of athletes are lacking, not in their grind, but in their mind, in what's between the ears. Every athlete now is training. Every athlete now has some sort of coach, some sort of guru. Every athlete now has access and resources to education, to things that throughout the course of time, we never had access to these things. The average high school player today is better skill-wise than Michael Jordan was when he was a high school player. Think about that. The average high school player today is more skilled than the greatest player of all time at this same age. Think about how far we've come in the game. But because of the lack of the ability, the right to go and just hoop and play and figure out life and understand things as they come, so many athletes are operating in a bubble, right? And so they're not getting the opportunity to really work these things out in their mind in order to really activate their aggression, in order to really take advantage of all the skills that they have. That's why today I'm going to give you this simple 3-step formula that's going to help you activate all of the talent that you have within you and accomplish any goal that you're wanting to accomplish. And you see it on the screen. It's quite simple. You have to do 3 things. You've got to be willing to want, you've got to be willing to work, and you've got to be able to wait. And let's get into it today, because the want element is so critical, because everything that is before you, everything that you see, just look around your room, your current scene right now, wherever you're at. That painting that's in front of me, that chair, these lights here, this computer, all of these things were thoughts in someone's head before they were manifested. We as humans are equipped with the ability to think, and our thoughts become things. So understand that you're equipped with a superpower in order to bring things about. You almost don't even have to try. But think about it. If you really want something, whether you had to tell your parents, or you had to study, or you had to go out and work for it, or build it yourself, like, you could pretty much get anything you could think of, right? I'm saying on a small level. Well, let's take this to a big level. What if it's something that would be incredible? I'm just going to say, let's say $1 million. Let's say a trip around the world. Let's say a $1 million house, whatever the case may be. Those things may be just beyond your reach, but they are still just as accessible as anything you may think of that you know you can get right now. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that your thoughts are so powerful. What are thoughts? Okay, we have thoughts in the form of goals. We have thoughts in the form of desires. One of the ways I want to help you to shape, because we're always fine-tuning on how we talk about goals here. And you can go back and watch some of the other master classes to really break down the nuances of how to really structure your goals. And there are levels to it. But as for today, I want you to just simply think about, why do you want this? Whatever this thing is for you, whether it's scoring 20 points this year, whether it's becoming a starter, whether it's making all state or all conference or all district, whether it's being the leading scorer in your team, the leading rebounder, the person with the best body language, whatever the case may be. Why do you want this thing? Maybe it's something you saw somebody else embody and you admired it and you want it. Maybe it's something that your parents are pushing you to do. Maybe it was the older sibling. Maybe it was a NBA player or WNBA player that inspired you. Maybe it's just inside of you and you don't even know why. All of these things are legitimate answers. That's what I need you to understand, because you were equipped with thoughts, and guess what? You didn't put them there. Think about that. When you're just sitting on the couch, or when you wake up, or when you're walking around, you're not putting your own thoughts in your head. We don't know where those come from, right? Now you can start to direct your thoughts, but think about all the random thoughts and random desires that we have, and we have no idea where they come from. Now, some of them, like I said, you may know where they come from. You may be able to trace them, but it's still a gift nevertheless. So I want you to understand that this first component of the number one success formula that you'll ever come across is a gift to you. It's something that you already have, which is the ability to want. So what I need you to do is now hone in on that ability. Think about why you want that. Embody the fact that you want it, like own it. I see so many students, so many student athletes who want to get to the college level. But you know what? They won't own that. They won't say, yes, I want to be a college player. Maybe because they're afraid of failing. Maybe because they're just too shy, or maybe they lack the confidence. What you have to understand is when you embody something, the universe literally attracts it to you. And because so many students want to save face and they don't want to embody, I want to be the leading scorer. I want to be the person that averages the most steals. I want to be the most well-known athlete to ever go through to ever put on this jersey. And I tell you guys about my story. When I told myself in high school as a freshman, I want to be the best player to ever walk through the doors of this high school. And I embodied that. And I don't know where that thought came from. I was nothing like the greatest player at that time. I was maybe the worst player in the entire school. But I embodied that. I accepted that. I acknowledged that. I need you to go through this process and figure out what it is you want. And then you know what I need you to do? Figure it out again and again and again at a higher and higher, at deeper levels. Figure out why, and figure out exactly what it is you want. Maybe it's 20 points a game. Maybe it's really 25 points a game. Maybe it's to break the school record. Maybe it's to be the first person off the bench this year. Maybe it's to lead the team in or finish in the top 3 in steals. What's calling you? Pay attention to that thing. So want is the first step, and you're already doing that. You wake up wanting things, right? The second step is the work. I'm not even going to fixate on this tonight, because I know so many of you are already putting in the work. This masterclass is for serious athletes. So I know you're already a serious athlete. I know you're putting in the work, but let's just talk about what the work needs to look like. Number one, you need to be practicing with your team daily, or if it's off season, 2 to 3 times a week. You need to be training with a trainer or somebody that's watching you, holding you accountable, and pushing you to get to your next level 2 to 3 days a week. Then you need to be working out on your own, whether it's scaled back workouts. They don't have to be nearly as intense, but there is an element of that. There are benefits that you get from working out by yourself that allow you to piece these things together. When you're doing, and you should be doing that 2 to 3 days a week. So you should be having a ball in your hand 5 to 6 days a week minimum. And that's not counting weightlifting 2 to 3 days a week, running if you're in the off season, 1 to 2 days a week. Okay, so you're obviously going to be doing some multiple workouts in some days, things like this. This is what the work looks like. But this is what I want you to think about, because I think so many of us are already locked into that element. I see very few student athletes that aren't willing to put in the work. As far as high level student athletes, let me delineate my comments. But what I want you to think about today is, what aren't you willing to do to achieve your goal? Where do you stop? Where do you feel that hesitancy? Like, maybe it's with something I just said. Maybe you're like, man, I can't work out by myself. I just can't get into it. Or I don't have a trainer. I don't have anybody that, well, if you don't have a trainer, find a friend that's an accountability partner. Get a parent to come out and track yours. Get a notebook and simply track your stats. If you check out our YouTube channel now, we have follow along workouts that are 50 minutes. I can be your accountability partner from, virtual. You have so many resources at your disposal. If you find that there's something you're not willing to do, this may be an area where you're coming up short. Okay. So, and only you know what that is. Maybe it's every time coach says run a mile, I'm like, I'm out. Like, this is what makes my skin crawl. This is what makes me not want to push, to go, to move forward, to get to my next level. Whatever that hesitancy is, whatever that area of hesitancy is, think about that, because we definitely need to attack that rather than run from it. Last thing, like I told you, this is a simple formula. You're going to want, which is a gift to you. You're going to work, which most of you are already doing. Then you're going to wait. How beautiful is that? You're going to actually wait. Did you hear that pause? Like, that was hard for me to stop and pause and not do something, because we always want to do. Part of the formula is doing, but understand that it's not your doing that's going to get it done. Your doing is required, but it's not the thing that brings it all together. What brings it all together is the waiting, because the waiting is the faith element. And you can substitute the word waiting for commitment or consistency, meaning you're going to continue to want, you're going to continue to work while you wait. That's what that waiting means. Are you willing to wake up every day and stay committed to what you want, your goal, your dream? Are you willing to wake up every day and work for what you want? Those goals, those plans, the doing part of it. Are you willing to do that every day, even if your goal took forever to accomplish? If you are, there's no way you can lose. I'm telling you right now, there's no way you can lose. And what I want you to ask yourself is, why not you? Why aren't you qualified? It's happened to plenty of people. As I said, Michael Jordan, in a lot of ways, was one of the most unqualified persons to ever become the greatest player of all time. He didn't even make his high school team. Like, he wasn't even the best player in his family. Look up Larry Jordan. Okay. So why not you? What is it about you that disqualifies you from becoming your team's leading scorer, becoming your team's best player, becoming the best player in the region, becoming a starter, making the team, leading the team in assists, leading your team to the state championship? Why not you? Whatever this goal is that you automatically want for reasons you may not even know why, whatever this goal is you're working towards, whatever this goal is you're waiting for, why wouldn't it come to you? There's no good reason. There's nothing you can tell me, whether it's I'm too short, I'm too tall, I'm too slow, I'm too fat, because there are fixes for all those things. And that is, in and of itself, part of the process. Because if you think I'm not strong enough, I'm not tall enough, I'm not there's something that's going to happen along this wanting, working, and waiting process that's going to unlock that issue for you. There's something, maybe it's a lack of confidence. And through this process, you're going to become the most confident person ever. I know that's what happened for me. Maybe it's a lack of a skill set. And through this process, you're going to learn how to turn a struggle into a strength. Well, that is in and of itself a major key that you can use to unlock doors for the rest of your life. So I hope this helps. As I mentioned, continue to like and share and stay tuned for next week because we got another great mindset masterclass coming for you. Guys, thanks for watching.